Hi, this is Nick Williford and Manos Berlakis, presenting case 311 for the Manual of CTO Interventions. This is a case that illustrates some of the challenges associated with treating CTOs with a calcified proximal cap. The patient was a 72-year-old gentleman who presented with dyspnea on exertion. He was found to have ischemia on stress echo, and then a right coronary CTO with continued dyspnea despite medical therapy, and was referred for PCI of the right coronary CTO. This is the diagnostic angiogram. We have an occlusion of the proximal right coronary artery with an ambiguous proximal cap at the takeoff of an atrial branch. The lesion itself is not very long, and there are some ipsilateral bridging collaterals. Injection of the left system shows no significant lesions, and there is not really great feeling of the right coronary artery. The RCA seem to be feeling mainly through the ipsilateral collaterals. The patient underwent coronary CT, which is very often done in our patients who undergo CTO PCI to plan the procedure, and showed that the RCA is coming at the expected location at 11 o'clock. And then there is a heavily calcified proximal cap. This is AI-QCT, automated analysis of the CT, showing that the CTO per se is very short, only 6.5 millimeters. But again, there is this calcium at the proximal cap. You can see here the bright white. And this is what, as we will see, caused issues along with this atrial branch coming at the proximal cap. So to summarize, what we have here is a CTO of the right coronary artery with a blunt ambiguous proximal cap, very short occlusion length. The distal vessel seems to be okay. And then there are mainly ipsilateral collaterals coming from the proximal to the distal right coronary artery. So based on this, our plan was to first try maybe IVUS, since we had the side branch at the proximal cap, to see if we can help us wire undergradely. If not, attempt retrograde through septals, even though we didn't have good feeling. And third, through ADR, trying to minimize the occlusion of this acute marginal branch. This is the dual injection. Once again, not really much feeling the RCA from the left. We placed the guide wire in the atrial branch, but unfortunately we were unable to advance a IVUS catheter. We used a recross dual lumen microcatheter, trying to cross through the occlusion, but this did not go well. Again, the IVUS could not cross through the atrial branch because of heavy calcification. Following the failure of undergrade wiring, we tried retrograde. We tried several septals and surfed, but we were not able to get into the PDA. After this, we decided to go back to the undergrade, and we were able to knuckle a Mongo wire to the right coronary artery, but we still could not get anything to go, including a microcatheter and small balloons, past the proximal cap, which is likely due to the heavy calcification of the proximal cap. To minimize this issue, we decided to use ADR, dissecting proximal to the proximal cap. And the technique here is the so-called side base. We have a balloon that is halfway into the atrial branch and halfway into the RCA. We have a microcatheter, and then we're advancing the knuckle next to the balloon. The balloon prevents two things: prevents the wire from getting into the side branch, but also prevents the wire from staying into the lumen. And this way we could advance the undergrade guide wire knuckled to the mid-right coronary artery. We tried to re-enter in the middle part, which did not work, and then we tried to re-enter in the distal part. This is called the bobsled, which means we try in one location to re-enter with a stingray. If that does not help, then we advance in a different location, and then we advance the guide wire through both exit ports of the stingray. And then we tried again at a different location, a Stato 20 for sticking, and then a Pilot 200 for swapping. We had difficulty getting the IVUS down, But then we got the recross microcatheter further down, and the wires seem to get into the right location. And to confirm this, we did an intravascular ultrasound, and this was very revealing, showing that we are indeed in the true lumen. We see here the dissection place, but we are clearly in the true lumen. So the lesson here was that confirming distal true lumen wire position could not be done with contralateral injection because there was little filling. So it has to be done with a different way, and that way was doing intravascular ultrasound. We then placed 3 drug-eluting stents. IVUS demonstrated good stent expansion, good stent strata position. So this was great. However, as we were finishing up, we had T3 flow now in the right coronary artery, but we had a staining, some perforation, a small vessel distally. And likely what happened is during the reentry attempts, one of the guide wires went into a small posterolateral and caused perforation. Echo did not show any effusion, but still we did not want to leave this, so we placed a microcatheter inside that area of perforation and then deployed a 2 millimeter by 4 centimeter axiom coil. These are some of the smallest coils that is good to have in the cath lab for situations like this, because they can effectively seal the perforation and they're fairly easy to use. And after doing this, we had nice occlusion of the perforation in the small vessel, and the patient had a pretty uneventful post-procedural course. So multiple lessons from this case. The first one is that coronary CT can provide valuable information for planning CTO PCI. In this case, it alerted us to the presence of a heavily calcific proximal cap, which did create multiple issues and eventually was overcome by using the side-based technique. The hybrid algorithm remains relevant. If something does not work, you try something else until you find a technique that works. In this case, initially we advanced the knuckle past the proximal cap, but we were likely intraplaque earlier on, and the side base was the one that helped us get around the proximal cap. And then finally, in this case, we had a distal vessel perforation, likely from the reentry attempts when the wire went a little further into a small branch, and this was successfully treated with a coil. Thank you.